Really, it's been unstoppable. They put up 137 points in a blowout against the Warriors on Saturday, with Harden finishing with 16 assists. And after the game, Kyrie said he has spoken to Harden about their roles, saying, quote, "I just looked at him and I said, you're the point guard and I'm going to play shooting guard." It was as simple as that. So, Shannon, what do you make of Kyrie saying this publicly?
Kyrie's trying to take credit for a decision that had already been made, Skip. Since Harden's got there, he's been the point guard, considering that when he actually started playing, Kyrie was out. He's a natural. James Harden is a better fitted point guard than Kyrie.
Agreed.
Kyrie is a lot like a lot of these guys that have point guard at the end of their name, but they're masquerading. They're actually two guards. And if you look at it, Skip, when they're on the court together, James Harden averaged double the amount of assists, taking half the shots, which tells you what Kyrie actually truly is. He's a two. See, Kyrie likes to take credit. Because this is what's going to happen, Skip. They win the title. Kyrie going to come out and say, yeah, KD and Harden and I, we got together and say, this is how we should play the offense. He going to leave Steve Nash out. Because remember, Skip, they ain't need no head coach.
Well, that's what he said. That's what Kyrie said.
Yes.
We do not need a head coach.
So that's his way of saying, you know what, hey, you know, we running this show over here. I just looked at James and said, James, you going to play the point guard. You know, no matter what they tell you, I'm telling you, you playing point guard. I'm going to be the two. Skip, bruh, just play basketball, Kyrie. We know you're two. You're an outstanding, you're a phenomenal player, but you cannot run an offense like James Harden can. He's never averaged more than 7 assists in a season. James Harden has led the league in assists. He's going to run away with it. I would not be surprised if James Harden averaged 12 assists. He's at 11, a little over 11 now. I wouldn't be surprised if he averaged 12 assists.
Agreed.
He's that good. To know that the guy once had, what, a 60-point triple-double? Think about it, Skip. You scored that many points, and you somehow still find a way to dish out double-digit assists? That lets you know how special of a talent James Harden is. But, Kyrie, you didn't have to say this. Bruh, stop trying to take credit for everything good that's in Brooklyn. Okay, maybe you did run, maybe you are the reason that KD signed. You say you go in there, hey, let's beat this package. They got 2 max slots. I get that. But every decision that comes out of Brooklyn is good. It's not yours, bruh.
So, clearly, Kyrie Irving needed to tell the world that he is the primary decision maker for the Brooklyn Nets, and that he announced to James, you be the point guard.
Nobody asked you that.
Nobody asked. They have played together now 11 games.
Right.
And it took you 11 games to figure out what was happening right before your very eyes from game 1 on?
He had the ball.
He had the ball. He dribbled the ball up the floor almost every time.
Almost every time.
And it works on offense.
Yes.
Right? So, Kyrie still scares me. I like this team a lot. I like it on defense more than you do. I'll get to that in a second. But Kyrie still scares me because his whole ego and focus is just a little out of whack, and it could be the undoing of this team on both ends of the floor. Because the weak link on defense, to me, on a nightly basis, is often Kyrie Irving. He just doesn't care about playing defense. He cares about creating on offense. He calls himself an artist. And he certainly can be.
He can paint on offense.
Oh, can he? Nobody has better handles.
No.
Nobody can create shots underneath like this young man can. I was going to call him a kid. He still acts like a kid on occasion. But the point is that he wants to run the show literally as an executive and a player. Like, I'm in charge of the whole franchise. You're the point guard.
Right.
No, that Steve Nash already told him he's the point guard, and you went along with that. You could see it happening. You're not, you know, you get it.
Right.
Okay, so the point is that if you look at usage rate so far, it is really working at the highest level, because usage rate, this is how much you have the ball in your hand. What percentage of the offense is the ball in your hands? Well, if you look, Luka's #1, and Bradley Beal's #2, and Trae Young's #3. No surprise there. But guess who's tied all the way down at 19th in usage rate? James Harden and Kevin Durant.
Right.
Okay, that'll work, because that shows you that James isn't dribble. Because a lot of times he's going to lead the league in usage rate.
And Kevin Durant was never going to be up there, because KD don't need the ball to get. He don't need to have the ball. Just throw it to him and he'll shoot it from 30 and get you.
And down at 28th in usage rate is Kyrie Irving, and that's good because he's a 2, like you said. He's camouflaged as a point. He calls himself a point till he finally conceded, you're the point guard. But But he's a great 2 because he can run around, get his shots. And James is really good at trying to get them their spots.
Right.
Get them the ball.
And plus, James is bigger, Skip. He can just see over the defense.
He can. He's 6'5".
Yeah.
Yeah. He doesn't look 6'5", but he's a full 6'5".
And he just, Skip, look, James Harden is an elite scorer. There haven't been very many guys that can score the basketball, but I don't know if there's ever been a guy that can score the basketball that can also run an offense like he can.
I'm not sure there's ever been. I agree. That combination is at the highest level because he is capable of getting you 60 if you need him to. Like Nash said after the game the other night, his playmaking is what makes our team improve the most.
Right.
He talked about, we want him to be aggressive and score the ball and shoot the ball. But the special part of what he brings to our team is his playmaking.
Yes.
Well, it is.
It is.
That does allow us all to fit together. Well, if you didn't have that, you'd have trouble. That's what everybody thought. One basketball for 3 guys. No, he's the distributor of the basketball.
And he's clearly okay with not taking his customary 22, 23 shots a game. He's like, I get everybody involved. I'm going to get mine. Because Skip, you can't stop that step back. You just hope he misses it. He still can slither his way to the basket.
He can.
And he go to the free throw line. He's going to make 85, 88% of those shots. So he still can get buckets if that's what he needs. Yep. But he says right now what this team needs from me is playmaking. Not so much shot making, but playmaking. Let Kyrie dance. Let KD. Let these other guys. Let me find Joe Harris wide open when they try to double KD or try to take Kyrie away. And Joe Harris is getting wide open, uncontested look. Or he's finding guys at the rim for easy dunks.
Yep. So already James Harden is averaging 11.2 assists. And with the Nets, it's 11.6. So to your point, it's going up, up. But he's running away with the assist title because all the way down at 9.4 are Luka and Trey.
Right.
So
he's going to have numbers like, say, like Stockton and Magic Johnson, all those old school point guards that were true point guards, Skip. He's about to have numbers like that. And I didn't think we'll ever see numbers like that again in this NBA because guys are so conscious now, Skip. People don't give you credit. If you're not putting the ball in the bucket, because everybody talking about putting the ball in the bucket. And so you're not getting the credit. Stockton got credit for being a pure point guard. Magic got credit. Isaiah got credit for being pure point guard. In today's game, Skip, Isaiah once averaged, I think, like 13 assists a season.
Yeah, but he still had a lot of
But Skip, we point guard that can handle the rock like he could.
Yep.
So he was Kyrie before Kyrie.
He was. I'll buy that.
Rod Strickland, all those guys that had to handle behind the back, all between the legs.
And remember, Kyrie is undersized. He's only like 6'2".
6'2", yes.
Okay.
He just like Isaiah 6'1". But the kiss off the glass to be able to either hand, that's what Kyrie can do. Kyrie is a shot maker. Yep. From 3, Skip, mid-range. As you mentioned, free throw. He's leading the league in free throw. I think he's like 94, 95%. He's special.
Very special.
But you're not Sean Marks.
Nope. But he'd like to think he is. He's both Marks and Nash all in one. He wants to wear both those hats and tell James, you be the point guard.
Skip, I looked at dead in his eye. I said, you the point guard.
It is. It's funny.
James like, hell, I've been a point guard since I've been here. But thanks for telling me that. Relayed that to me, bro.
All right, last quick point. I still say this team, when it decides to, can play defense better than you give it credit for. Because against Indiana the other night, I'm going back 2 games, played defense, held them under 100. Against Golden State at Golden State, at least in the first half, they just clamped down and said, no, we'll do it for a half until we pull away.
Skip, the thing with Golden State is predicated on Steph making shots. If he can get you 40, they're going to be in every game.
Yep.
But when he struggles, because I can't count on consistently Kelly Oubre. He might give me 40, but he might give me 6.
He might.
Andrew Wiggins has been a little more consistent. He'd give me somewhere between 15 and 20.
Yep.
Draymond is going to be Draymond. He'll give me 6, 12, and 8.
You're right. It's all about Steph.
It's all about Steph.
Did you hear? No, you don't have the sound up. You know, just for your edification, I want to provide some sound from the ABC telecast on Saturday night from Jeff Van Gundy at the end of the first half. This is what he said.
But I'll tell you, Mike, what's more impressive tonight so far is their defense. You know, they've held this Warrior team who has been playing exceptionally well offensively. They've done a tremendous job.
So even the great Jeff Van Gundy said, Brooklyn, the Nets have done a great job through the first half at Golden State.
Exactly, but he said that's what's been impressive. So he knows, Skip, their offense is their defense because they stress you so much offensively. You know they getting to 120, 130. Can you?
Yep. And in the second half, they sort of took their